Hey guys, what's up? It's me Zad Rahman and welcome back to another new video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about real numbers, all about real numbers, or maybe the basics of real numbers. Basically, I'm going to talk about the categories which real numbers are divided into and what are those categories. So without further ado, let's get right on to the video. So firstly, real numbers are divided into two main categories. They are rational number and irrational number. So rational numbers are basically numbers which can be expressed as a fraction of two integers. That means 0.75 is a rational number because it can be expressed as a fraction of two integers, which 0.75 can be expressed as 3 by 4. So that means that it's a rational number. Then 4 by 5, which is 0.8, so 0.8 is another rational number, 4 by 5, because it can be written as 4 by 5. So we know what is rational number, but when we're talking about rational numbers, when of the fraction, the denominator cannot be 0. So the number needs to be written as a fraction, but the denominator of the fraction cannot be 0. It has to be a non-zero digit, like 4 by 5, 3 by 6, 1 by 2, these. So these are rational numbers. And irrational numbers are basically numbers which are not rational, but if we want to know the exact meaning of irrational numbers, then irrational numbers are decimal numbers which cannot be written as a fraction of two different integers. So it cannot be written as a fraction of two integers. That's the main thing of for a number being irrational. And another thing that is not here, but I would like to say that any number which is not whole squared, like 21, 23, 91, the numbers which are not whole square, if we do the square root of those numbers, then we will always get a irrational number. Suppose square root of 2 is an irrational number, square root of 3 is an irrational number, square root of 95 is an irrational number, and so on. And irrational numbers, the decimals do not follow a pattern, like the value of pi 3.1424, I mean, like that it will go on. So it does not follow a specific pattern. So basically, irrational numbers are numbers which cannot be expressed as a fraction of two integers. So now let's talk about the categories of rational number. Rational number can be categorized into two different parts. One is integer, another one is fraction. So integers are positive, 0, and negative. So positive can be again classified into three more types. They are prime, one, and composite. So positive numbers we all know, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus, and negative numbers are -1, -2. We all know about the positive and negative numbers. And 0 is neither positive nor negative. So now positive numbers can be classified into three parts, as I told: prime, and one, and composite. Composite numbers are those which are not prime numbers, and prime numbers are the numbers which are divisible by themselves and 1. So prime numbers are the numbers which are only divisible by themselves and 1, such as 3, 2, 7, 11, 13, 17. These are numbers which are divisible by themselves and 1. So these are prime numbers. And the numbers which are basically not prime are just the composite numbers, except 1. 1 is neither prime nor composite. It's none of them. So now I've talked about the integers of the rational numbers. So now let's go to the another part of rational number, which is the fraction. So when I'm talking about the fraction can be classified into two different types. There are simple fraction and decimal fraction. So simple fraction can again be classified into three more types. They are the proper fraction, improper fraction, and mixed fraction. In proper fraction, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So fractions like 3 by 4, 5 by 6, 9 by 11, 100 by 200, 1 by 3, in the fractions where the numerator, the value of the numerator is smaller than the value of the denominator, those fractions are proper fractions. Now let's talk about improper fraction. Improper fractions are fractions where the numerator, the value of the numerator, is greater than the value of the denominator, such as 200 by 100, 3 by 2, 5 by 4, 9 by 8. These fractions are improper fractions. And mixed fractions are when there is a proper fractions with a whole. like 2 1 by 4. This is a mixed fraction because here the value 2 is a whole and 1 by 4 is a proper fraction. So when there is a proper fraction or an improper fraction, mainly a fraction with a whole number, is known as a mixed fraction because there is both whole as well as both a fraction. 2 7 by 4, 2 3 by 4, 2 9 by 4, 3 9 by 4, 3 1 by 4. These are what we call mixed fraction. There is both a fraction as well as a whole number. Now let's talk about the decimal part of fraction. So decimal fractions can be divided into two more types. They are finite and infinite. So finite decimal fractions are the ones which have a definite value, like 2 by 10. 2 by 10 is equals to 0.2. So when 2 by 2 equals to 2 by 10 equals to 0.2, that means, it's just a value. 2 by 10 equals to 0.2. It's not like it will never end. It's not like it's 0.2222. It's not like that. 2 by 10 is equal to 0.2. 1 by 2 is equals to 0.5. So these are finite decimal fractions: 0.5, 0.2, 0.3, and infinite decimal fractions are the ones which are never ending. Like 1 by 3 is a fraction, is a proper fraction, and if we divide 1 by 3, we get 0.33333, and infinite number of threes. So that is why it is called infinite decimal fractions. Now there's a twist in here. If there's infinite number of decimals, then it should be an irrational number as well. But it's not. 1 by 3, then 2 by 3, these are not irrational numbers because 0.33333, this, I mean, all the decimals are exactly one letter. When the digits of the decimal, they follow a pattern, like 1 by 3 is equal to 0.33333, never ending number of threes. So it's the same digit, 3 again and again. 2 by 3 is equals to 0.6666666, a never ending number of 6. So that is why, they are the same values which are coming again and again. That's why I wrote repeated in the bracket in the screen, as you can see. So the number, they follow a pattern. The decimal numbers, they follow a pattern, like 0.23232323. This is another infinite decimal fraction because it's following a pattern: 2 3, then again 2 3, then again 2 3, like that. So when they follow a pattern, when the same numbers are repeated, it's an infinite decimal fraction, not an irrational number. But when the decimal digits are not repeated, they do not follow a pattern, then it's an irrational number. So that's all about, basically, about real numbers. We talked about rational number, irrational number, and different types of rational, like integer, fraction, and all categories of integers and fractions as well. So that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye.